Welcome back to Sway TV. I'm your host JJ here on Amazon Live, and I'm so excited!
We're gonna have some fun on the street,
And we're doing Workout Wednesdays here on Amazon Live.
and she is fresh off the set of Shark Tank.
It's such an honor to be here today, so thank you.
We are going to be talking all about parenting.
You have no idea how honored I am to have Mr. Tim Storey making his world premiere right here on Sway TV Live.
Functional medicine is all this stuff. It's integrating things that improve your life.
This is our tribe of women.
I completely agree with you, Kimmy. It starts with being happy with how you look.
What is the key to a successful business?
We made history here on Amazon Live. Would you ask her out again, Michael?
I am so excited for today's Battle Shop Live.
And it's Brad Grunberg. Hi, Brad.
Here we go. Get curious. Get curious.
Rosalind just said this is better than Netflix.
Oh, Naveen says this is better than Netflix. Yes! There's a Tesla. You can actually buy a car on Amazon. That is so crazy. The perfect gift. Yes, we got our Drake's Cake break.
David is live streaming. We got it right up in the corner. I love this.
Oh, that feels so good.
Oh my God, that is the coolest thing ever.
So awesome.
Shake, shake, shake.
Shake your zoo life.
This is fun. Drum roll, please. Dun, dun, dun. So many giveaways here at Sway TV.
And one person's going to win a PS5. Which one will it be?
Here we go. I'm so excited. I can't even stand it.
And Sam's in the chat says Sway TV rocks. Woo!
We're still going. Yeah, we don't sleep at Sway.
One of the best comments I've ever received, ever, hands down. This is fun. We love Sway TV.
I cannot make this up.
We are awarding you with the PS5 as well.
3, 2, 1.
All the time streaming live. We're sharing great products. We're doing great interviews and amazing giveaways.
Amazon, we love you, Amazon. So grateful for you guys and for Sway TV.
I've had such a great time with all of you.
Shop attainment all the time.
It is a girl's dream come true for someone like me to be able to give you dating advice and shopping all in one platform.
Amazon Live, woo! Do, 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 woo! Let's sway.
Let's sway. Let's sway. Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway.
Let's sway. Let's sway. Let's sway. Let's sway.
Let's go. Let's sway. Stay tuned. Woo!
Up Balance Training System. What's so exciting about today is that we are going to have an instant giveaway at the end of this show. So throughout the show, I'm going to be collecting those of you that follow in my 60 Up Challenge giveaway. I'm going to write your name down, and today, this very day, someone's going to walk away with a 60 Up Balance Trainer. So much more though. I'm going to be explaining to you a little bit about what I like to call core balance. Those are those key exercises that everyone should do, whether you're young or old or somewhere in between, so that you can increase and improve your balance. And then I have a special surprise, a special guest, Dan Metcalf. He is the creator of our giveaway today, the 60 Up Balance Training System. He's going to be here with me. He's going to talk a little bit about how he came up with this amazing device right behind me, and he's going to show you how to use it. Then we're going to do a little workout together, field some questions, and of course, don't forget the giveaway. How do you get this? How do we give it away? All you have to do is click the follow button here on Sway TV. And if you already are a follower, just go ahead and write in the chat box, I want to win, enter me. And we'll enter you live right here during this next hour and a half. So go call your friends, tell them to follow, tell them to be here today to find out, and also to possibly win one lucky person today live on Sway TV, Amazon Live. Okay, so before we get to that, I want to talk a little bit about what is the Ab Lab. The Ab Lab is a really exciting new platform. And that platform is going to be a way for anyone interested in fitness, whether you are just a novice getting in shape or a fitness professional that's been out there for years training. Maybe you've got your own TV show. This is going to be a networking platform. So you can blend the know-how with the know-who or who knows and how-tos. They're all going to come together. You're going to meet, you're going to network, you're going to share. And of course, you're going to learn new exercise techniques, which is what I'm here for today. So today I'm going to focus on one of my favorite topics, which is balance. Why? Because balance is so important from, I like to call it cradle to all the way up to our latter years. And that is because you learn to walk from crawling to standing to running to playing games to being able to prevent falls in your later life. So today we're going to talk a lot about balance, and that's why we're going to bring in our free giveaway. Don't forget, we've got a giveaway today. And we're going, oh, I got a couple of people in my chat. Oh, yes. Thank you, Molly Ann. Yes, I'm so glad you're following. You may win today. And I also got Hatchie Girl. Well, Hatchie Girl, I know you want to win. So make sure you stick around. I'm going to be writing your names down. You're going to see it live. Right now, I'm doing Molly Girl or Hatch Girl. And Hatchie Girl, I want you to see this. You are going into the bin, fold in half. Someone's going to win today. You're in there. And I'll mix it up so you won't be on the bottom. And then I also want to make sure that I put Molly Ann in. And I have a team behind me that's also taking some of these, and they'll be adding them in as well. So don't worry, you won't miss out. You are going to get a chance to be one winner, one big lucky winner today of the 60 Up board. And you're going to find out how to use it and why it is so great. But before we get there, let's talk a little bit about balance. So here we go. I'm going to move my chair out of the way. Not that that doesn't help with balance. And then I want to start. Every time I start any type of exercise program here on Sway TV, Amazon Live, it's always important for me to give you a little idea of some type of a screen that you might be able to do to make sure you're ready to move with me if you choose to. Maybe you're just going to watch. Today is balance. So here's our screen before you move. The first thing is just to see, can you stand on one leg without holding on to anything for 10 seconds? All right. So everybody get on one leg, pull the other one up. I'm counting down. We've got 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, little wobble, 3, 2, 1, and done. Now, I should have probably mentioned it wouldn't be a bad idea to have some type of a stable chair just in case you need it. So I'm going to pull out my resistance chair. This is also in my carousel, by the way, by VQ. And it's a perfect chair for balance because you see these nice high rails. This allows you to grip and have a really sturdy hold when you need it. Other foot, I have my balance chair nearby. I'm going to stand. Here we go. Are you with me? 10, 9, engage those core muscles, brace, tighten your glutes. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's just a quick check. Now, if you had difficulty standing on one leg for 10 seconds, then you just want to be extra careful and make sure you do have the assistance of a chair or some other device. It could be your kitchen countertop or your desktop, so that if you're going to try any of the other balance moves, you know you've got something you can hold on to if you start to wobble a little too much. So back to balance, the core. We talked about that the last time I was on, how important learning to brace the core. And what did I mean by that? First, you have to find proper posture and alignment. That's where your head is over your shoulders are over your hips, your knees are in the direction of the toes, and you have a nice neutral arch in your lumbar area and your cervical area with the chin parallel to the floor. Finding proper neutral alignment, so key before you do any exercise. Secondly, when it comes to core training and core balance, knowing how to brace those abs so that they support you. The shoulder girdle, the pelvic girdle, the entire spine has all these muscles that contract slightly to keep them in that neutral alignment. And so it's a 360 feeling, just as though you were maybe somebody was gonna tickle you or pop you in the stomach, and you tighten up just a little bit, but not so much that it creates neck tension like this, or that you hold your breath. So you wanna be able to brace, keeping the shoulder girdle down and back, the pelvis level, and still breathe, talk, and ultimately move, right? Because having a strong core means being able to keep it in place during movement. On to a few balance exercises. So here are my 3 favorite ones. And the first one we kind of did, the single leg balance. You held it for 10 seconds. The goal is, can you get to 60? And then if you can get to 60, can you close your eyes and maintain it for maybe another 20 to 40? Ooh, that was hard. Try it. And then if that becomes easy, can you start looking side to side, up and down? That gets easy. Can you hold it and then also add arm patterns? Up and down, cross this plane. Can you look behind? As you cross it, you can continue to make that one leg balance from the beginning of just holding on and seeing if you can let go with one hand and then finally 2 hands to the most advanced. And then you can start adding a hop and see if you can stick it. So as you see, these balance exercises aren't just for beginners. They can be for anyone at any stage of life. So that's number 1, the single leg balance with all those very many progressions that you can add to it as you start sticking it. What I also like about that is you can see how you're progressing by using the single leg balance. So let's say day 1, which might be today for you, you might say, okay, I started to wobble and lose it at about 25 seconds. You write that down, and then you continue your training and working on balance at least 3 times a week. And then maybe 2 weeks from now, you try it again and you say, wow, I'm sticking it for 35 seconds. And so you can start to mark your progress with this simple exercise, making it kind of a screen. Exactly. All right. So now let's move on to number 2. We find that when it comes in particular to fall prevention, a lot of times those muscles in the feet and the lower leg have to have strength and reactivity, be able to react to what's happening. Because when you fall, you usually fall forward on your toes or back on your heels. And so we need all those muscles to be able to activate when you want them and then to stabilize when they need to as well. So one of my next favorite exercises is a simple calf raise, which you would start with your hands up on a high back chair like this BQ resistance chair, and you just rise up real slow and then down. Now, you're strengthening the calf muscles as you do this. Maybe you do it about 10 times, but you're also pulling up and keeping that core engaged. Remember, bracing, that alignment in place, and you can take it to the top and hold it and let go and add some of those other progressions that we talked about. Swinging the arms, closing the eyes, looking in different directions as you become a little bit more proficient at it. So now let's talk about my next favorite, and that is the opposing muscle group. So you need to work the back side of the lower leg, which is the calves or the gastrocnemius, and then the front side. So just peeling those feet up, knees a little soft, body in good alignment, chest up, abdominals in, peeling those toes up as an exercise to strengthen the movement in that shin area. It's called the tibialis anterior muscle. Don't know if you ever wanted to know that, but now you do. And then after you do a few of these, you try to hold on your heels. Now, again, you're going to have to neutralize that pelvis, engage that core, keep that head over shoulders, and you can progress it by, of course, what? Letting go. Ooh, that's hard. Closing your eyes, looking side to side, adding arm movement. All of these things are going to then challenge the stability in that group, as well as the whole body when it comes to balance. So that's my ankle balance treatment. Heel raises and the toe raises with the hold. Final one, because I love to give extra ideas that you could do. Up, and before I move on, don't forget, if you just tuned in, we have a giveaway today of the 60 up. Push that follow button, or if you're a follower, just write, I want to win today. All right, so here we go. So we're back to the third and final balance move that I want to share with you today on our core balance workout, thanks to the Ab Lab. So here we are. It's called the tandem stance. So you put one foot in front of the other and you touch your heel to your toe. Now, at first, you might not think this is much, but narrowing that gate, the gate is normally here, just that alone starts muscles firing in the hips, the stabilizers of your hips and glutes, in the core, and throughout the chain of your body, keeping that head nice and high, just holding perhaps one hand on a chair to begin. Then what you can do is you can advance this by, of course, what? Letting go, closing eyes, looking side to side, adding arm movement, adding a twist. These are all ways to advance this tandem stance, which you'll want to do on both sides, try to maintain, and then add some movement to it. So what would that look like? A tandem walk. I like to call it the tightrope walk. So imagine, I'm going to turn to the side so maybe get a better view of this. You take as many steps as you can, heel to toe, maintaining that nice upright alignment, head over shoulders, chest lifted, and then reverse it. Toe to heel, toe to heel. Now, if you are new to exercise or you know you've got some balance deficits, do it by a countertop that allows you to walk and hold on with one hand. And once again, you can always advance this by including maybe arm movement, maybe faster movement, maybe bigger steps, more of a lunge. So these are all great ways to take those three simple balance exercises and move them up the chain of progression as you progress. So those are my three favorite moves. I'd like to take a second to come on back to this, and I only stressing so much. I know I'm going to sound a little bit repetitive today here on Amazon Live, but it's not often that we have a live giveaway. This is live, and I'm going to be putting names in this nice fishbowl, and at the end of the show, someone is going to win the 60 Up Balance Trainer. So this is why I need to recommend that you hit that follow button and that you get on the phone and call your friends and get them following right now. All right. So with that said, I'd like to now move my chair out of the way. Again, the resistance chair, great for balance. And review just real quickly before my special guest comes on, the three things that we worked on today for balance. So don't forget, before Dan gets here, that's my special guest, that one, standing on one leg and building up that time. Two, doing those ankle strengtheners, toe lifts and calf raises. And number three, the tightrope stance and walk, or the tandem stance and walk. And the reason I brought these up is because my next guest, Dan, is now going to take anything you can do on the floor to the next level in balance training. And it is my pleasure to introduce to you live today, Dan Metcalf, the innovator, the creator, the man when it comes to balance training and the 60 Up training system. Hey, Dan, welcome.
Hey, Kathy, great to be here with you today. How are you doing?
I am doing great now because I'm so glad to have you here joining me today. This is such a pleasure here on Sway TV to be able to highlight you and your product.
Well, you look fantastic. First off, you're the highlight of energy and beauty and fitness, and we know that you're known all over America as like Miss Fitness. So it's great to be here with you.
Oh, thanks, Dan. Well, first off, before we start talking about the giveaway, which I want to thank you, Dan. I want to thank you and 60 Up. This is a $250 value, and there is that we're going to talk about why there is such value in this product. You cannot put a price tag on the health and the types of gains that you can get from this device, but someone's going to get one today for free. So thank you again for donating that to this program today and for being here, taking the time to be here, because you're a busy man. Dan, tell me a little bit about who Dan is and just give me a little history. I've heard it before, but the group hasn't. Let's just start with a little bit about how Dan got to be Dan, the 60 Up man.
Well, thanks a lot, Kathy. And yeah, I'm really excited for somebody to win the 60 Up Balance Board today on Sway TV and be here. And we got such an amazing group. Whoever has a 60 Up Balance Board is going to become part of a family that is just so unique. I've never seen anything like it. And that kind of takes me down to all the families I've been through. I was born very young. I don't remember it. They said I was really young when I was born. So,
I think so.
But I wanted to be a professional soccer player, and I was fortunate enough to get into professional soccer clubs back in England. But one day I just decided I fell out of love with the game itself. And so I started training. I'd done 8 years with the Royal Marine Cadets. And I started doing aerobics to get supple for mountain climbing. And the lady who was teaching aerobics said, you know what, you should become a dancer. And I'm like, a dancer? Me? I'm a man's man. I had the shaved head. I had the backpacks. I'm running with 50 pounds. And I love fitness and health. And was lucky. I grew up in England in a place called Bournemouth, which has a beautiful beach. There's no sun, but I got good at running in the sand, in the rain. But anyway, so she dared me. And next thing I know, I'm in a full-time dance school. I became a ballet dancer, jazz, tap, modern, everything. It was an incredible experience. And that led me again into the fitness world. And then I started doing a lot of acting. Lord Andrew Lloyd Webber, I played the lead in his shows and toured the world and just had the most amazing life.
Say that again, because that is amazing. What was your character?
I played a character called Greaseball. I don't even have a picture of it by me. I'd love to show you. Actually, I do, just for fun.
Go grab that picture, because right now I want everyone to see that I am adding Jill Parker to the potential winning bowl, because Jill is on right now chatting with us and wants to be added. And I'm also, Dasha is going to be entered. You go, Dan, show us that picture.
Hey, Jill and Dasha, I hope you become part of the 60 Up family. Very excited. So I think you can see the picture here. It's hard. This is in one of the programs that I did. This is the character. But anyway, let's get back to fitness, because that was a huge part of it. I used to spend every day training in the gym so hard because I had to be really fit for the show. The costume that I wore weighed 45 pounds, and it was on skates in this particular show. And we'd do anywhere from 6 to 8 miles a day in the heat with the, anyway, moving right along. I came to America, was performing over here, did a lot of movies, TV, and fell in love with the fitness world even more and opened my own gym, which was a performance training center for athletes. And then I became a head coach on the Olympic program and a bunch of stuff and trained so many professional soccer players. But let me bring you back to how this whole 60 Up came about, because it changed my life in the way that I trained. And I'd worked at many different gyms, Gold's Gym, Powerhouse Gym, a bunch of different gyms as a trainer before I opened my own gym. And I was always about the body, always about, building the strength. Your strength would give you that skeletal structure, until I was working with Bob Eubanks. Now, Bob Eubanks was 79 years old and was falling. He was... Just
in case our viewers don't know, Bob Eubanks was the host for many years of the Newlywed Game, right?
And 38 years.
It was always my favorite TV show and TV host. So when I saw him with you, and I got to meet him at the Fit Expo with you, I was so jazzed. I got to get a picture, and it was just so much fun. So go on, Bob.
Bob would ask me to say, where's the craziest place you've ever made whoopee? So anyway, I'm going to move right on from that, but Bob would want me to say that.
Remember, that was one of his big lines.
And then he hosted the Rose Parade for 38 years as well. So, and people don't know, Bob brought the Beatles to America, to California, produced them, Dolly Parton, Noel Haggard. Anyway, So Bob couldn't get out of a chair. He had had 2 hip replacement surgeries, back surgery, and his life was going down really fast. So I said to Bob, let me train you. And I was known as a really tough trainer. I've got, over 35 professional soccer players and athletes around the world that I've taken from, the low level to the highest level. So Bob came over and typical, right? When people begin to lose their balance, you'll see them, they'll be outside and they're walking like this and they're looking at the ground and their confidence has gone. And not just their confidence with balance, their confidence in life, because balance gives you freedom. So when I started training Bob, I'm thinking, let's strengthen the hip flexors, let's strengthen the core, let's strengthen the legs, let's make you stronger because your balance will be better. But when I asked him to lift his leg, he'd be falling all over the place. But when I put his hands against the wall, he could do this all day long. So something went off in my brain and went, the problem is not his body, the problem is his connection from his brain to his body. And I started changing, experimenting. And in 3 weeks, Bob went from the shuffling and falling to 6 miles an hour on a treadmill because we started developing the program that reconnected the brain to the pressure points. And as a result, you strengthen your skeletal structure.
Wow. Wow. And so Bob really was what gave you the inspiration to make this device.
Well, this was never designed to sell. This was never designed. This was only designed to help Bob. But so many people saw the success Bob had had a short time. I'm studying, Dan, can you train my mother-in-law? Dan, can you train my husband? Dan, can you train my sister? And all this different stuff. And everybody was having incredible results. And so people were like, Dan, you have to launch this. And I actually went to England, met with my mother who had had a stroke. And her favorite thing was dancing. She loved to line dance at the age of 80. And she'd had a stroke and could no longer line dance. So I made one of these boards, sent it over. And within 5 days of using it, her proprioceptive connection from the cerebellum in the brain was reconnecting with her feet. She went back to line dancing and it changed her life. And that was when we said, okay, we know it works. Let's get this out here.
Wow. And nothing more than friends and loved ones that generate this kind of enthusiasm, that you were able to help your mother, help your good friend Bob, and make a difference in their life. I mean, what a wonderful reason to develop a product and take it to the next level, which we're going to talk about in a second. But before we talk about that, in 39 minutes or more, someone's going to win this tool. And it is a wonderful piece of equipment, which you're going to see Dan demonstrate in a second. I just love everything you're saying, Dan, that I could spend literally the entire hour and a half just picking your brain and finding out more about how you came up with this and all your contacts. I mean, I know a little bit about your backstory. Go ahead.
I just want to add one thing. There was nothing greater. Probably the greatest thing I've done in my life was give life back to my mother, right? Because she's now was unable to walk. And it's for anybody. She gave me life. And for me to be able to turn around without the intention of ever having a product, to be able to give her life. And it's the same. Anybody that can give something to somebody back that enhances their life is the greatest gift that I can think of. And
oh my gosh.
The thing is, I didn't, again, create this to sell, but more importantly, I made one and it failed. And I was so frustrated because I had all this equipment out and I was trying to train Bob. And I said, I need to compact it so we spend more time training the brain than we do moving between equipment and setting it up. And it failed, the first one I made. And I went to bed that night and I dreamt of it. And this is what we have today. I woke up the next morning, ran to Home Depot, bought some wood, cut this thing up with knives. It cost me a fortune because I'm like all these different pieces and stuff I had to do. And that's what we got today. It came from a dream. So I know there's some higher power that gifted me the opportunity.
Oh, now you got a new title, the Fitness Prophet. Oh, Dan, the Fitness Prophet. It makes sense. No, okay. As we go on, we're not stopping yet. I just want to let John catch me know that he's in the. I'm bad at reading my own writing, but
you
John,
go,
I
John.
know who you are. Rosalindo in here. Sham maintaining. Siham, I don't know how to say it, but I will. It's SAHM maintaining.
Sham.
A bundle of 6 days. I don't know what it means, but we got it. And boom, I keep adding them through the whole show. Don't forget, before the end, right around 12:30, I'm going to pull it. So, but don't go away because not only does Dan have so many cool things to share with us about his personal history and some of the celebrities that he trains, but also he's going to show us how to use this thing. And then we're going to have a little gameplay workout back and forth, because I love the 60 up myself as well.
Okay, I'm going to give a little challenge to all the viewers right now, everyone watching. If we have more than 100 entrants, I would throw in a second board so the odds go down. Then now we have 2 boards for every 100 that enter. So if 500 enter, now I got 10 boards going out. So we'll do that because I want to build this community, because it's about changing lives, and everyone that I can touch out here. And I know, Kathy, you help so much as well, so many people. Let's do that. For every 100 entrances, I'll throw in another board.
Did you hear that? Blue light special here at Sway TV. We're not just going to give away 1 board, but possibly 2 if we have over 100 people within this hour and a half follow, or if you're already following, just say, I want in, and your name will be added. Hey, this is fantastic. Thank you, Dan, for doing that so much. I want to take 1 second, not to leave Bob, but I also want to mention that, Dan, I know a little bit about you because we've been working together on the 60 Up. I teach every Wednesday on the 60 Up members platform live, and Dan teaches Tuesday and Thursday. And we have another great team member, Debbie, that does Monday, Friday. And that's part of the training system that I want you to understand you get with this board. You get a committed team of experts that are live teaching every day, Monday through Friday, on the 60 Up members page on Facebook. And tell them a little bit about that, because you started it with the COVID this summer, and it became a have to. And that's where we kind of met and started working together.
Sure. So we currently have over 2,000 members in the group. This is the private group that you are part of. You get the board, and it's part of a free training. And within that, you can ask questions. You can come in, you can write down. If you're having specific issues, you can ask. It's almost like having your own personal trainer there when you join us. And all those classes are also uploaded to YouTube. So if you go to YouTube and search the 60 Up channel, you can get them. So if you can't join us live, you can still do the training. I started it because I felt that we had to have even more of an outreach when people are having problems. And we've actually got athletes. I highlighted one gentleman today who's a car racer. He races Corvettes, and he had an accident where he had rolled over and got 3 breaks in his back. And now he's back racing. He races at the end of this month in Monterey. But it's because we were able to actually personally connect. Now, how many exercise pieces of equipment do you get, and then you're left on your own? Or they'll send you there, but you've got someone, the experts like Kathy and Debbie, who have such a wealth of knowledge that can help. And then myself, who actually created it, and I've trained tens of thousands of people. I'm there for you. And that's what makes it so important to me. And we commit to this 5 live classes a week. But more than that, it's the group as well. Everybody in that group is so positive. They support each other. And you've seen it, right? Right, Kathy, when people come in, I almost called you Debbie there, but when they come in, Kathy, and they'll say, I got a problem with this, suddenly 20 members that are in there say, well, I tried this worked for me, and this worked for me, or ask, Kathy for that, and the interaction is incredible. It's all about the customer, the client, the 60 Up family member. This is only as good as your success, and that's why we've been so successful, is because of the success people are having.
And I want to mention, I've seen it firsthand. I've never seen any product developer be willing to go the extra mile to make sure that people are happy and successful with his product. He has literally gone to someone's house that didn't know how to use it properly and was going to return it, and turned it around 100%. Dan, I've never met a more committed, talented product developer in my life, and so much more. I really mean that. And I want to thank you for involving me, because as you say, that 60 Up members networking that goes on, you feel like you're really helping people, whether it's with conditions as serious as post-stroke or drop foot or neuropathy, or just somebody that says, I'm 60 up and I want to look 40 up or 50 up. And so they're just there to, shave off a little weight or feel a little more fit. The support is what I mean when I say the 60 Up training system that you win, which is not just what you might win today by following, but also what you can get every day by following the 60 Up member page on Facebook. Little promo. All right. So
no, but
it's find great. Out now.
So I just wanted to say as well, the fact that the 60 Up, or the strength of the 60 Up is the fact that someone like yourself, Kathy and Debbie Sievers, want to do it. Because I know you wouldn't promote anything or be involved with anything you didn't believe in 100%. And so that qualifies the strength of what we're doing. Because I know, and look, I've got people with Parkinson's, people with MS, I've got other celebrities that are about to shoot movies that lost their balance. Senior,
no name dropping, right?
No, I'm not yet. But they're 86 years old, about to shoot a movie, and they're saying, "Dan, could you come and help with my balance?" Never met them before. And in a week, it's unbelievable. So whatever your dreams are, whatever your goals are, you can do it because it's in you. The 60 Up just brings out your own strength. And with this program, we have over 300 exercises on the board. It's incredible. Can I just take a second to explain how it works?
Yes. And before you go there, I want to let Stacy Zam know that she's in here.
Stacey.
I want to get Pat Gross. Guess who's watching?
Hi,
That's
Pat.
one of our 60 Up members. He's here supporting us. Joseph Mendez. Let me do a shout out to Matt Pellegrin. And Matt, I want to let you know that you're entered as well. Dan, are you ready to get up and do a little demo? I've got Matt Pellegrin in here as well. Grins.
Sure.
Smiles, Matt.
Let me just say
a little bit about this. Okay.
Okay. Well, while I'm doing this, let me explain how this works. It's very simple.
Please.
And I want you to understand, when I was down at the LA Fit Expo with you, Kathy, we didn't have people with balance problems that were there. We had people that were strength trainers. They were bodybuilders. And what was incredible, they looked at this and go, "Oh, this isn't for me because, I'm a bodybuilder and I'm really strong," until they got on the board and realized the power that it has. And we've got so many bodybuilders, professional athletes. I told you, Olympic gold medalists who say it's the best invention they've seen in the last 10 years. And they're using it. The Olympic team have been using it. But the board was created because, think about this, with your balance, everyone says go to the gym to get your balance back because you want to strengthen your body. But when you had a baby, and I know you've got kids, beautiful kids, Kathy, when they were babies, 5 kids, I know you don't look like you've ever had a kid. You look incredible. But what happened was you didn't take. Oh, I don't know where to go with that one. So
I know, me either.
but when they were learning to walk and stand and walk, you didn't take them to a gym to help them to walk. What happened was the brain, when they tried to stand up and fell, the brain is going, "Where's my pressure points? Where are my pressure points?" Eventually, they learned to stand. And everyone that's had kids will get this, right? And even people that haven't had kids but have been around kids. Then they stand and go, "Oh, they're standing." Everyone celebrates their first step and they fall. Eventually, you're like, "Come on," they'll take 3 steps and throw themselves into your arm. Remember that? You grab them and you'd lift them up. Yeah, and everyone would sit and they'd laugh and giggle. And eventually they learned to run, walk, jump over fences, under hedges, climb trees, ride bikes, and nothing, because the brain was so integrated with the body. Whatever you did, the messaging was so fast. Well, this is how I created this product. When you begin to lose your balance, we have to rebuild the strength and speed of messaging, which goes through the proprioceptive connection I said before in the cerebellum at the back of the brain, where if you turn around and go, "Okay, I want to pick up a cup of coffee," you see it, you reach forward, the brain is sending the message to the body what to do. As you get better with your messaging, now when you walk, the brain is correcting your balance through pressure points, because our system doesn't change. Even with the people that I've worked with multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's, ataxia, so many stroke survivors, so many different things. All we have to do is rebuild that connection, and the brain reacts and the body's free to move. Okay, let's move on.
Show us the features on the board first, because it's hard to see. Like, angle it so we can see what it's made of on the bottom.
Okay, so in here, I'm going to bring this to you. Here we go. So this is made of an automotive and aerospace grade material. It can hold, it's been independently tested to hold over 2,500 pounds. This is not plastic. People go, "Oh, it's a plastic board." Safety is everything with us. And so we build I've driven my truck over this 8 times. The only mark or anything on here was the tire marks on here. That's a Ford F-150. So on the front of the board, I don't know if you can see it from here. Can you see the numbers that are on here?
Yes.
Okay, so we've got the numbers
light.
3.
It's a 2. You see the 2 right there, and the 1, and then the 3 on the far end. Yes. By the poles. Beautiful.
So this is for multi-pressure point training for the body and strengthening the body in different balanced positions while we're doing exercises. The red ball on the front is critical. People always go, what's the red ball? I said, oh, it looks like a nose, right? It's like the red nose day. But this is actually your first point of contact with balance is your foot. And feet need to be supple and strong and not feel like rocks that you roll over, be able to push back on the little toe, push back on the big toe. And that's why I have this here to loosen up the feet and strengthen the feet so the tendons fire and you have the strength to hold and move your whole body in control. We have the poles, which are flex poles. These are, because they flex, and this is designed on purpose, you have stability by holding onto the poles, but at the same time, you have to do the work with your legs because you can't control the board with the poles themselves. And so it really becomes a brain to foot connection.
And I want to make a point that Sam just made. Is he said, wow, it's very light. And that's what's so cool is it's so strong that Dan could run his Ford 150 over it, but it's so light that you can move it in and out of the house and you can carry it with one hand. I mean, it's an amazing development there, how you use those materials and created that rocker bottom that is also just enough, but not so far that it will tumble or that anybody could really get themselves into too big a trouble.
And this is the thing with balance. You don't have to be extreme because the brain wants to figure out as soon as you begin to feel off balance, I correct. So when I get on the board and I'm rocking side to side, I'm only going as far as in real life. If I went more than this, I'm in a danger zone. So we want to make sure that we correct before we get to the danger zone. I don't need to take you to a danger zone. That creates more fear. When people are scared of their balance or fearful of falling, they don't want to go from a solid floor onto a wobble board. They're going to be even more fearful. So safety and confidence is everything for us. So with that,
that is so key, Dan. And that is what attracted me to this product, is because it stays within the boundaries of safe and efficient, not just, I mean, we could stand on anything and challenge ourselves, but this has these safety measures built right in. And I know you're getting to the poles, which is the part that really hooked me.
So again, the width of the board is something that's really important because I don't want to have it where we're stuck in one foot position. I can put my feet wide apart. I can put one foot closer to the center. So I work one side more than the other. When I was working with stroke survivors, one side is strong, one side is weak. So I designed it that we had a wide enough platform, one, to feel safe and solid on it, but secondly, that we could adjust the body position so I can really focus on one side before I then focus on the other. So we build both sides equally, or we spend more time re-strengthening one side up. Now, as much as this is designed to work out on, the only reason this is here is to help you get outside. We want you to be stronger. If I'm going to go into a weight training or a bodybuilding competition, now let's go a weightlifting competition, and I have to lift 100 pounds to win, I don't want to train with 100 pounds and leave a little bit of a risk. I want to train with 200 pounds. So when I go to the competition to win, it's comfortable, really simple for me. And it's the same. We train on this. So when you go outside, you feel so comfortable and safe because you've trained in a safe environment to be strong, to go out, and the endurance training you can get on this is incredible. But that's why I created the bands, because at the same time, as we're working on balance, we want to work on the ability to do exercises, or I'm going to go out, I got to bend down and pick up a bag. I'm going to pick up my bag and strengthen my body. Now I want to do it under balance. So now I balance the board. Now I'm picking up the bag. So we're creating so many different facets of movement and strength for everyday life. Live your dreams again.
And show them how easily those poles do come out, so that if a person gets to the point where, well, maybe I don't need the extra handrails because now I'm using it for my teenage son or my bodybuilder friend, those poles easily come out, and then you've just got the wobble board. Can you demonstrate that for us, Dan?
Sure. So one of the pieces that comes with it is a little key that you just push into the release clip on the pole, and it's here. and the pole's out. That's it. And if you want to pack it away, you can take them apart as well. But look, if I want to get on the board and I don't want to use any support of the poles, it's so simple. Now I can be on here and I can be working, and we'll bring the poles back in, but I'm excited to show you what I was doing with the bodybuilders, because if you're already fit and you don't have balance issues, you can use this to equally train both sides. Most of us have a weakness on one side or the other, but the balance board helps you correct your misalignment. So let me give you a little example.
Please do. And I just want to let John Kretschmer know that, yes, indeed, I have entered you already in my fishbowl, my 60 Up giveaway fishbowl. So John, thanks for following today. Now there's somebody else in the box named Anonymous that says, hi, and how do I enter? But I don't know, if I put Anonymous down here, it might get claimed by other people. So you might have to give me a little more of a name that could distinguish you, Anonymous, okay? Go ahead, Dan.
That's awesome. Whoever's Anonymous, thanks for taking more time, because my arms are getting longer now. I mean, okay, so you can see the board is rocking side to side, but I want to work on my biceps. And often when people work on their biceps, they'll use momentum. When you use momentum, you're not really isolating the muscle. So now if I find my balance in the center, now to be able to build my biceps, I've got to work and stay completely stationary or reactionary to the board, and that the board will rock if I make it rock. So now my brain is working on balance while my muscles are working on isolation, which is great for strength building. It's great to get into shape and muscle shaping, toning. And it's incredible what can do. For example, if I want to make this harder, and you remember Kathy down at the LA Fit Expo, 1 foot goes on 3, 1 foot goes on 1. So now I'm slightly off balance. Now my brain is having to figure out where my pressure points are at the same time as I'm using the biceps. Now, right now I'm doing really good. And I say that because this is not easy. Sometimes if my brain is not engaged as much, I'll be wobbling around a lot more. So it's incredible the variety that the 60 Up balance board provides, because it's not just about balance, it's about strength. And one of my favorite exercises, Kathy, as you know, you've heard me talk, if you have balance issues, or you just want to exercise while watching TV, I can be doing this at nighttime, holding onto the poles, and I tell people, what's your favorite show? And just rock. And what happens to begin with? There you go. Let's go back to Bob again. But you're rocking side to side as I am doing now, but I'm talking. So my brain is separately engaged in my pressure points and balancing, or moving the board or balancing while I'm talking, while my mind is focused on something else. So no different than walking down the street, looking in a shop window. You're thinking of one thing while your body, your brain is connected to make sure you're balanced. One of my favorite exercises, because this is multitasking the brain to be balanced or pressure point aware, and at the same time, thinking and focused on something else. That's when we get freedom. It's when we don't have to think about it. It happens innately while we're living life. Can I give you another exercise?
Rock just watching you. Yes, and I think we need to call that the sway officially, that move, because we are on Sway TV.
There
right?
you go.
But we can
like
name
that
it.
one.
Hey, I just wanted Julie Nickel to know that I did get her message. No, don't be sorry for any confusion, because you are going in, and you said your mom wants to enroll as well. So just give me your mom's name as well in the chat box if you can. Whoa, Dan, what the heck? Where are we going with this?
Okay.
Sailing?
So, yeah. So once you, again, if you've got your health and fitness, and I want to work backwards because I want to show what we can do. And then I want you to get on the board with me, Kathy, and go through some of the things that we do for people that don't have their balance. So let's work at the high level. We want to work on abs today. I'm going to do some upper body strengthening. But here's an example that I did with bodybuilders. So this is a 45-pound Olympic bar. And I want to work on both sides for my strengthening of my legs. If I stand on the ground and do this, watch what happens. I can actually shift slightly. I'm exaggerating, but I can actually put more weight on my left hip, right? Because we're not even. We naturally have one side that strengthens. So you develop a weakness in the other side, or we overuse one side. Now, when I step on the board on 2 and 2, as I go to squat, my pressure has to be the same on both sides, or I'm adjusting. So I'm strengthening the joints and strengthening up the muscles in a controlled even way to make sure when I get back off the board, now when I go into my squats, I'm perfectly centered. So I'm maximizing the strength of both sides of the body together. Just another example.
That's fantastic. I know I have a little osteoarthritis in one hip. And that's the first thing I noticed. I wasn't really noticing that much pain, but I just was not getting the range of motion. And I didn't notice it till one day accidentally I watched myself doing that exact move in the mirror. So that is a wonderful way to make the brain a little more advanced and key into the imbalance so that when you are on the floor and doing life movements, it carries over, like the example you gave earlier, training to live.
Yeah. And again, making sure both sides are supporting each other.
Want to let Stacy know that definitely her mom is in. And then I also wanted Lauren to know I would put her in, but I think I should get Lauren's last name or at least an initial so that if there's more than one Lauren, we can put them in. Because don't forget, everybody, if you just tuned in, by the end of the show, somebody's going to win this amazing piece of fitness equipment, 60 up board and training. Because
two people. If we hit 100, if we hit 100,
we're giving 2 away. That's 1 per 50. I mean, think about that. Those odds are so much better than the lotto, and this is better than winning the lotto, right, Dan?
And if we get 150, we go 3 boards. If we go 200, we go 4 boards. We're going to give 1 away for every people that enter.
Mega lotto going on Sway TV right now. Unbelievable. And I'm not joking. You know, people sometimes say, gosh, you know, isn't that expensive? How do you put a price on your ability to stay fit and to prevent falls and to have all those neurological benefits that you discussed? You can't put a price on that. And so I'm telling you, free is fantastic. But this board, if you saw the construction, if you understood all the things you could do, you would understand that it's worth anything.
And again, you look at it, what is the cost and loss of freedom, the pain that you go through, helping prevent falls, getting your confidence back, preparing to go on adventures, going on vacation, you want to walk the hill behind your house. We had one lady who said her goal was to walk the hill one more time behind her house. She's 73 years old. She now walks it every day. So, you know, we're bring back. And the thing is, everyone's got the power and ability already in them. We just help bring it out. We're not bringing anything out. We're retraining what you've already had. It's still there. So let me show you another exercise. Push-ups, right? Everyone knows about push-ups and the strength it does to the upper body. But if I put my hands here on 2 and 2, now it's a bit like doing planks on a wobble board, except for your muscles. So now I'm in this position. When I go down, I have to make sure I'm pushing evenly with both sides. Otherwise, watch what happens. If I push more on one side, the board goes. So I know I'm not training my body evenly. I'm relying on one side to support the other. But we can take this to a whole new level. If I put one hand on 2 and one hand on 3, that was so dramatic how I did it, 2 and 3.
I loved it.
Like, just do it, Dan. This is my theater days coming out. Now I have to be stronger on my left side than my right, but I have to keep the board even. So now I go into here, and as I'm pushing up, I'm adjusting so I can strengthen one side more than the other, which is really hard to do on regular push-ups without the balance board that really tells you what you're doing and keeping it balanced. It gives you a goal. Another way that you can do this as well is you can work core. If I go into a plank position, now...
Hold that plank, because Lauren C., I've got you in here. I want to make sure you know that. And I also want to let Sylvia Revere know that she's been added. And I want to thank Stacy for saying they love Sway TV. I love Sway TV too, and I love the 60 up board, and Dan is swaying it. Come on, slay it and sway it, Dan.
Can I stop the plank now, Kathy?
Oh my gosh, so, it's sweating.
It's only because of the pressure you're putting on me, Kathy. Okay, so I'm here. So now I can put my arms at a slightly different width, which puts a different stress. And I shouldn't use the word stress because that's a negative, but it has a different impact on the core. Stress. Yeah, it's great. Or I can put one arm on 1 and one arm on 3. So now I have to work more on working one side of my core in here. Or you can put it and lift one leg up and have to keep the balance. And as you lift your leg, you're constantly changing. And that's why we have professional athletes that train on it, because it trains your core naturally, but so much more than just doing regular sit-ups. But with that
Holy
said,
Ab Lab, Dan. This is an ab device, that's for sure. Sam,
that's what I was just going to bring up.
Sammy T, you've been entered. Anybody that just tuned in, we have maybe another 20 minutes to go before we draw our winner. And Dan has been so gracious to offer multiple units to be raffled off if we hit the 100 entry point. And I know my team back at the studio are also receiving some entries, so they're going to let me know before we do the draw to make sure I don't leave anyone out. Go, Dan, go.
Brilliant. So with the Ab Lab, which obviously is a fantastic setup and structure, and so important because our core is our center, and the ab area is so integrated in every movement that we make, and that includes training, right? If you're doing a bench press, your abs, everything engages the core. Look at what we can do on the board. I put one pole in, I have it going down, so I can sit here and I can do my sit-ups. If I'm having a hard time, I can help me as I go. But there's more. Ever heard that before? So now I can do it on an incline instead of a decline.
Are we on the decline?
I don't know if you see. So now if I want more of a challenge, I'm now having to go up. I can use the pole if needed to get the abs. Now here's another one. I'll spin this around. Now, for example, if I want to work more on the serratus, the obliques around here, now I can sit on the board, hold on to the two design handles on the side, lift your feet up and try and keep my balance with my feet off of the ground and bring them in and out. And now because you've got the wobble going on, it tightens. So it's great, fantastic for abs.
Fire, on fire. And again, I want to mention that those little notches you gripped, those are also spots to connect the elastic tubing. And just so people know, it comes with two sets, a longer set and a shorter set for variety of everything from rows to overhead presses. And you can also, on the actual website, they upsell different tensions of tubing so that once you progress, you can also increase the tension within the tube so that you never plateau out. And that's so key in any piece of equipment, that there's room to grow. And I mean, this is something that you can grow from, like I say, from the beginner that's has multiple issues and loss of sensation in the feet and everything, all the way up to these athletes. And that's why it's such an amazing piece of equipment we're giving away today on Sway TV on behalf of the Ab Lab and 60 Up Training System. Some one or maybe two lucky winners that have followed us today or told us in the chat box that they want to win is going to win today, instant. All right, Dan, your turn.
Oh, so talking of that, let me explain how I designed this even more. We want this to be anatomically correct. Can you still see my head? Because I've adjusted the camera so you can see the board a little bit better. Okay, great. So in here, if you look, if I got to do a bicep curl and I'm in this position, I want to start practicing, the poles are in the way. So what happens, I have to twist my body into a non-structured position, which again puts extra stress on joints and muscles to try and support. Not a great thing to be doing. So I designed it that we can now move the poles, and I'll show you how this would, again, so simply goes out,
multi-positioning. That's so great.
So now look, if I'm doing my bicep, I'm in alignment. So my body is in the perfect position to strengthen the muscle without having to twist or manipulate my skeletal structure.
Line of pull. Yes. Love
Correct.
it. Love it.
And again,
real quick before you forget, let's show a few of the exercises you do with the red ball. It seems like it's just there to be pretty on the front, but really has some nice sensory proprioceptive and advanced balance reasoning behind it.
I'm going to bring it a little closer so you can see. So if you notice, I'll put my foot on the ball. And I'd say one of the things that people love is the massage feeling. You can do this without your shoes on. You can actually take it out and put it by your sofa and use the ball as well.
Like a little round roller, like a foam roller with nubs on it. Yeah.
You'll notice how it has this on here. Two reasons. One, for grip for your feet, but also the pressure points, no different than they do in holistic therapy. where it's about pressure points in your feet. It helps. It's like a massager. But anyway, going back here, I roll my feet on the ball. And because the ball is flexible, what happens, I feel the pressure on my big toe. I feel the pressure going across my toes. So I'm loosening up all the tightness. It's great for neuropathy. It's great for anybody that has, again, drop foot. The reason being is it starts integrating the neurons and feeling again of what's going on. So at the same time as I'm rolling my foot, I'm loosening my ankle. Now, the next thing I'll do is I'll go up and down into here. So now we're engaging the stabilization muscles and the ligaments and tendons to help support us. Then I'll do it from one side.
Even a little
so I
more
get used
advanced,
to coming sideways.
Right?
Very advanced.
That's a little
where I
more
can start-
advanced than just stepping up on the board.
Hugely advanced.
We have about 5 minutes till our giveaway, Dan. So we are running out of time. Darn it.
So Kathy, go jump on your board. Let's go 3 minutes of showing a couple of exercises.
I love that idea. I've been dying to get on my board.
Over 300 exercises, remember. Now, you don't have the bands or the poles in the right positions for the bands. So let's just go on 2 and 2, Kathy, and just rock side to side.
I'm going to put my bands to the side.
Okay,
I'm going to bottom out as I step up. I'm going to get into the 2-2 position. Not
right
2-2
now,
like answer.
But find your balance.
All right,
now,
find it in the middle. Ooh.
Now begin to push your butt back as if you're sitting down and going to a small squat. Hold the board there. Now rock the board side to side. Let the board rock side to side. Now find your balance. And what you're doing is,
ooh, I love that.
You're really engaging the muscles. Now come and stand up. Now go up on your toes.
Ooh.
And notice how the board will, again, only do what you're doing. So if I put too much pressure on the left, the ball goes to the left. I put too much on the right. Good, hold that there. Now come down onto a flat foot and straight into a squat. And come back up again. So it's just an idea of how we strengthen the legs. This is great for getting up out of a chair. Now, Kathy, do me a favor, step back onto the floor. And how solid does the floor feel when you step on it?
So much more solid. It's just amazing. Like I feel like I'm on granite.
Yeah, now do a little squat there. Imagine you're sitting into a chair and stand back up. So just do this. Suddenly, you got more strength. Let's do another one because I want to show we've done side to side rocking, right? But let's work on front to back because a lot of times people will fall forwards. So come and stand on your board. Put one foot on the safety red marker at the back, other one on the front. And now let's rock forward and backwards in here. Perfect. So you'll feel the pressure going from the back leg to the front leg. So we're strengthening the forward and backward motion. Now try and find your balance. And you'll notice when you do that, how much the pressure's on your toes, on your heels, on the front foot, on the back foot. So you're constantly adjusting. But let's strengthen the ankles, Kathy. Bring your feet together and put the arch of your feet over the middle red mark, which is another safety marker. So both feet are there. Now bend your knees and just rocks forward and back by pressing on your toes, your heels. There you go.
Yes.
Perfect. So again, you'll feel how you're strengthening your ankles, your calves, and getting the brain to connect to pressure points. But I know we've only got a couple of minutes left. Let me show you another one that's so critical for people. Step off the side of the board safely. And I want you to come and take your right foot and put it on the left number 2, right? Put it on the left number 2. And now take the right foot and put it next to it on the number 3. So we're standing on one side of the board. You got it. Now, step onto the ground and step back up again. Step onto the ground. Just do this. This is replicating the motion of stepping sideways off of a sidewalk or off of a curb, depending on how you call it over here in America. Now what I want you to do is put both feet on the ground. Now step up. Bring both feet. So we're stepping up and off. This is like stepping up on a curb or sidewalk or stepping down. Well, people go, okay, that's great because what you're building is confidence, but we normally step off forward. So that's great. Turn to the side, get on the board, Kathy, turn to the side. Now what I want you to do is take your right foot and just step on the ground and then come back. Just keep one foot. There you go. One foot on the board. So I'm just going down and I'm just getting used to the motion of stepping off of a sidewalk. Now go to the left foot. Keep your right foot on there. So we train both sides of the body to step down, but you got the safety of the pole that you feel comfortable. Now, this is the last thing I'm going to show you today. Really quick. What I want you to do is step off of the board and then hold onto the pole and turn your feet really quickly to face the front. Good. Now, step up on the board. One on the back, one in the middle, one across. Now step off of the board and quick little feet to turn. And then we're just going to walk across the board slowly. But when your foot touches the ground, I want you to have quick feet and step and walk. Now, I've shown you enough. I want to show you exactly why this works and why this is so important. This is the last tip I'll give today. When you fall, what normally happens, and I'll move this out the way so I can demonstrate. When I go to fall, I trip and I'm going forward. When we're not confident, the first thing we do is throw our hands out because we want to grab something to save us. But once you're in this position, you do this, you're going down. To save a fall, you've got to speed your feet up and pull your head back. So I trip, boom, I pull back, and that's how I save the fall. So what we train on here is as I go forward on the board, and I'm here, and it's like I'm going to fall, I hold onto the pole. That trains me to pull my body back, and my fast feet train me to regain my balance. I fall, and I've regained my balance. You would not believe the thousands upon thousands of people that have written in and said or contacted me personally, said, I can't believe I tripped. I don't know how I stayed up. My feet moved and my head went back. That's the beauty of what this does. It trains your brain to react to everyday needs.
Training for life. So step on up, Dan. I'm going to, before you got on, okay. I showed 3 of my favorite balance moves on the floor. And I just want to show everyone, we talked about taking something from really the beginning or the basics of balance to more advanced. And I want to show them how they could do what I demonstrated on the floor on the board. My first was just a single leg stance. So just put one foot on the red line in the middle, lift the other leg up, and notice that that single leg stance has now just been magnified in intensity by being on the board. And then of course we could start letting go with one or both. We could try closing our eyes. We could try lifting or moving the arms, multitasking, cha-cha-cha, all that stuff, right? So that was number 1 exercise. Number 2, and you demonstrated one, and doing it on the board is going to take it to a whole new dimension. It's just the calf raise to strengthen those lower leg muscles, and then hold at the top. Again, you can let go. And then the reverse, which is the toe lift, which when we work with those people that have a little more of the drop foot or neuropathy, peeling those toes back is so important for them to be able to lift and step without tripping. And you can do them on the board. And again, try holding. And then my last and final exercise, I love the fact that you walked the plank because we could do our tightrope stance from this position, heel to toe, and try to balance in that more difficult tightrope position, or even take your walk and do heel to toe walking before the little shuffle turnaround. And those would be 3 ways to take the balance moves that I started off the day with and take them to a whole nother level by putting them on the 60 Up Balance Trainer.
Fantastic. Can I add one little thing? Because I got to, oh, yeah, don't forget, enter because we're giving away.
I got the right name, so you keep talking because I need to go in and see who else is here and who else wants to be added to our, let's see, what that be from Coach Roach. Coach, Lena, I would love to enter, so I've got to get Lena in here real quick. You go on to, and talk a little bit more, Dan, about how people can find out more about you, about the 60 Up, how they can contact you if they want to know more about it, how they could be a 60 Up member. And don't forget, I want to tell people this, they don't know this, Dan is like a mega motivator. He actually does motivational speaking around the world because not only does he bring his expertise in fitness and entertainment and everything else, but he brings that extra motivation that makes no matter what you're doing, from exercising to building a career to a whole new level, he's a success. He knows how to make other people's successes. So if there's anything else that people can find out about contacting you, about some of your public speaking or anything else, please promo yourself here today.
Thank you so much. That's so nice. Yeah, that having been an athlete, a professional athlete, having been fortunate enough to work with so many people and in so many different areas, from show business to the military to soccer to, you know.
How about your movie? Hello, Amazon Prime. Dan actually produced a movie and you can watch it and it's very inspirational. And then tell them about that.
That's called The Ultimate Goal. It's an incredible story about some soccer players, but it's not about soccer. Don't get caught up. That's just a vehicle that moves the story, but a real true kind of like a reality documentary where I filmed it live, not knowing what the story's going to be, with Mark Burnett, who, you know, he was an advising producer. He's done the Survivor, Apprentice, Celebrity Apprentice, The Voice, so many different things. And he was fantastic helping me. He's actually in it as well. We have Billy Blanks, who was in it as well with motivation, because I'm all about motivation. The name of the movie, it's free on Amazon Prime. It's called The Ultimate Goal. The Ultimate Goal. Remember that, and you'll love it. We've got amazing reviews. The head of Disney came and watched it and said after he watched it, he felt he could take on the world. Mark Burnett hadn't seen it until I launched it. He came in and said, you know, it was so incredible. He goes, it was epic. It made him cry 3 times because of what people are going through. It's real life. But if 80 to 90% of performance for athletes is mental, why do we spend so much time avoiding the mental side? That's why motivation, inspiration. I'm actually known as a dream builder. I can't make dreams happen. I can help people build towards their dreams. And I love that, because my greatest success is watching other people achieve the goals and dreams that they've always had. And I'm a huge believer, as long as you're smart and you're dedicated and committed, you can do things you only ever dreamed you could do, but it becomes reality. So that's what you and I talked about that earlier, Kathy, where I said, you don't just learn from your mistakes, you actually learn from your successes. Some of the greatest lessons we learn are from when it's perceived as failure. It's not failure. And let me tell you a real quick story. You'll laugh about this. I was coaching a bunch of 8 and 9-year-old boys, and we were playing in State Cup. And we were playing against this team that was twice as big as us. And we outplayed them, but we lost 5-2. So after the game, I'm sitting down, I pulled all the kids out. I said, I'm so proud of you. You deserve to win because of the way you played. And in years to come, when you grow, you will beat teams like this. But I want you to put this on your head. I got to do it the other way because it's reversed, right? And all the parents are standing, put this on your head, and all these other parents from other teams are walking by going, oh my gosh, look at that coach calling my, put this on your head. I said, did you win or did you lose today? And they said, we lost. I said, what does this stand for? And they said, we're losers. I said, no, you either lose or you learn. What are you going to do? Because if you learn, then you won. And I had them do this from here to here.
I love it.
If you learn, because the result is not about, it's not the winning. What you take from the moment, from the experience, you can become a learner. So the only difference in losing or learning is your attitude and what you're going to take from it. And so all the kids and my parents were like, oh my gosh, that's great, fantastic. We want to be learners. We'll learn because we'll be champions one day. Everybody else is looking, going, what a terrible coach. Well, fancy making 8 and 9-year-old boys do that to their head. But all of them went on to be successful.
No, I love that. Turning losing into learning. It's such a great life lesson, because we're all going to have things that we come up against that we might not feel like we did our best. Doesn't mean we're losing, but we're learning from it. And that is so key to winning in life. That's so true, Dan.
So to get hold of me,
gems.
To get hold of me, you can go, if you're on Instagram, go to Dan Metcalf _official. So it's just Dan Metcalf _official. You can also go to 60 Up Fitness. If you go to Facebook, it's 60 Up Fitness. If you go on there, you'll see our page, and scroll down just a little way and you'll see a private members group. Anybody here can apply to go into that group. Just answer a simple question. There's one question, because we make sure that we bring the right people in, because there are some people out there that right now are not self-motivated for themselves or to help others. There's a lot of anger, as we know, out there. And so we're making this group to bring the energy back to the world of people that support each other and commit to themselves, because self-love is so important. So go to Facebook, look, put in there 60 Up Fitness, and then go to our page, follow us there, and then you can join the private group. I will let you into the private group, because I know everyone through Sway TV is only here because they're positive. Go get them. We want to take control of our lives and our future. And that's what I love about Sway TV. It's about empowering people. It's not just about coming in here and what can I get? We empower by our own actions. You can also go to YouTube, put in 60 Up. You can put 60 Up Balance, whichever you want. Subscribe to our channel. You can see hundreds of videos there. You'll see Kathy teach in there. She's amazing. I go in there sometimes at nighttime and just watch because I want to be inspired to dream better. So I'll go watch Kathy, but go there, subscribe. It's free to subscribe. We don't ask for any money from people to be able to follow us and learn. And that really is the best way to be able to get hold of us. And again, on Instagram, Dan Metcalf _official, I can reply to all your comments or questions there as well.
And your movie again, because that is so cool to think you can watch that movie and for no cost at all on Amazon Prime, right?
Yeah, I actually play one of the main characters in it.
What are you in it?
So you'll have to see my face. But anyway,
right.
I play the head coach. I'm a inspiration and there and
you
taking on it. It was a crazy story.
Played.
I played a coach.
And the name of the movie again? The name of the movie again, Dan?
The ultimate goal. The ultimate goal.
The ultimate goal. Okay, now we are getting to the down to the nitty gritty of our giveaway. I have a few names I'm adding in. Beth Littman. Beth,
hey,
you
Beth.
have lit it up. You're in here. We got Alina Vartarni. I am messing these names up big time, but let's just say Alina V. You know who you are. Got it. And let's see. Yes, and I want to say that Sam loves your empowering messages, turning negatives to positive. Gets it totally.
Can I give you one more then?
I'm missing them.
Can I give you one more? Okay, what's the most powerful word in the world? Most powerful word in the world is yes, right? People say it's love. No, yes affirms, right? Do you love me? Yes. Can I have that? Yes. Yes is the most powerful word. What is the word we're told to avoid all the time? No. We're scared. We're bored up to hear no. Did I pass? No. Do you want to buy this from me? No. Can I come and meet with you? Can I take you on a date? No, we're scared of. So we listen to, okay, well, let's just say, hey, can I take you out on a date? And they'll go, yeah, maybe. Why didn't you? Yeah, we'll think about it. And so we accept that rather than no, because we'd prefer to hear maybe. But what they're doing is they're killing your time, right? As a salesperson, we're scared to hear no. So we're going to do you want to? Well, let me think about it. Oh, great, I got a chance. Love the word no, embrace it. Don't fear it. No is a capital N and a capital O, and it stands for next opportunity. I love it. If it's not a yes, I'm going to my next opportunity. So tell me no, because I'm not wasting time. The most valuable thing we have in life is time. And if we keep spending our seconds waiting for somebody else to empower us,
like a maybe,
then we're losing it. So yes or no. No is the second most powerful word. It stands for next opportunity. Thank you so much. My life is going on. You lost me. And I'm not talking about the dating world, because there's people that said no, they're incredible. But what I'm saying is in life, can you help me? Go into a physical therapist and go, what's the chance of me getting better? Well, I don't know. Thank you very much. I'm going to go to a physical therapist that says, I'm going to make you better. Or a trainer like Kathy that will guide you to be your own power.
So what's RNO? RNO is the next opportunity to win the world famous 60 Up Balance Training System, which includes a board, which includes all the accessories on the board, which includes the 60 Up member workouts, which includes getting that much closer to Dan, because he is there for you. Let me tell you that. And his positive ways will change your life if the board doesn't, because just listening to him, I'm like electrified. So I hope you guys are all feeling the energy here on Sway TV. Thank you so much, Sway TV. We're going to now make this announcement. Is there anyone else? Okay, I'm looking as I'm listening to Dan with one ear, my other finger is looking to see if there's any other names that I might have missed. All right, so we're going to.
I'm excited.
Crunch this up. Woohoo! I'm making it a really good juggle or mix up, because I want to make sure that those first few names. Oh, wait, somebody's got one more entry. Oh,
put it in, get that entry in.
Very end. Okay, hold on. It's one more. Is that an R or an I?
Hey, Pat, I'm saying hi to Pat again.
Oh, hi, Pat. IRKAP. I don't know what that spells, but I'm sorry, you guys. I don't want to like be offending anybody, but is it an LR? It's either an LR. If I say LRKAP, you guys will know who it is. All right, so that person is in now too. Anybody else before I start shaking this up again? All right, here we go.
Kathy, can I reach in? Can I reach in and take it? Does
Oh,
this look like I'm reaching and grabbing it? There you go.
Yeah, go ahead and mix it up a little bit for me.
There you go.
There we go. Now it's got the magic. It's got the magic hand. The magic hand of Dan. I like it.
Okay, so we're picking 2 boards, right?
Okay, guys, you got to be in the chat. You got 1 minute to say that you're in the chat. Otherwise, we'll reach out to you. But here we go.
Oh, hang on.
Oh,
I didn't enter. I didn't enter.
Oh, sorry, Dan.
Can you put my name in there? Put my name in there real quick. No, put my name in there.
Really?
Yeah,
okay, let's see.
Put my name in there.
Out.
I follow Sway TV. I love Sway TV. No, I love Sway TV. Put my name in there. I want to win a board. You know how many people I would love to give a board to?
Oh, and you'll give it to someone. Okay.
Yeah, of course.
I'm going to just put a big question mark because I don't know if you're teasing. Here we go. All right, here we go. Here comes the pick. Hope that you'll
I'm going to count down. I'm going to count down.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, count down. I already picked it. And I don't know who you are, but it's the SAHM Maintaining. I don't know what your real name was. Can you see that? It's
a little bright, Kathy.
Sham Maintaining. Are you in the chat? I think you just said Dan is so cool. There. Woohoo! You are the winner.
Now, let me ask you, are they a trainer? Because of the name,
yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself in the chat, Sham? Are you a trainer? Are you just a fitness enthusiast? Are you somebody that needs to work on balance, or you love someone that you want to no, not a trainer, but do you feel like you'll use this, or have somebody in your family or somebody you love that can really use this? I'm a mommy of 6. Wow, you beat me. I've only got 5. Wow. Then you're definitely balancing life. This will help you. You just get going and pretty soon you can handle it all. I know how it was with multiple kids. Mine are all grown now.
You know what she'll find?
Kind of nice.
Sham will also find that her kids love getting on it, and it's great for training for kids for the proprioceptive connection. And I've got new products coming out with it, which is for abs, thighs, and buns. Well, hopefully I'll get back on Sham TV. I'd love to come back, but I got new products to go with the 60 Up. There are additions there, accessories.
Sway TV is definitely all over that.
Yep.
Oh my God. So she's just saying that she's getting her own home gym together. So this is going to be the feature piece in your new home gym. And I hope that we'll see you on the 60 Up members page, because as I said, we have workouts every day that you can join there. And hopefully we'll be doing more workouts on Sway TV as well. This has been so fantastic. Dan, you know what I'd like to do, because I know
hang on. Here's a drum roll. We've got the countdown, 10 seconds on the drum roll. We're picking the next one. Are you?
Oh, Dan's throwing in the second
ready?
one. All
10,
right.
9, 8, 7. Drum roll. 6, 5, 4, 3. No, I'm counting.
3. Okay, here it comes. Beth Littman. Are you here, Beth?
Hey,
Beth, are you here? Yes. Come on, Beth. Show us you're in the chat, because my producer's telling me he wants people in the chat to win this. Come on, Beth. Oh, because they don't have your contact information if you're not in the chat. Beth, are you still here? Calling Beth. Don't leave anybody, because if Beth doesn't get it, someone else does. I hope you're sticking around. This is so cool. And I guess, Sam, they're going to be asking you for your contact information. All right, we're going to give Beth a couple minutes. Dan, let's talk a little bit, since we're going to give Beth a couple minutes to check in. Beth Littman.
So anybody that needs any more information, they can always go to 60up.com. We've got so many videos on there. You'll understand how it works. We have special offers on there, different things that come up. And you can also see all the different accessories that are there to go with the board as well. So if you already have one, and I know Pat Gross is here, Pat's amazing. And she's been working out and having so much success. She actually, a story about Pat, who's in the chat here, she actually sent me a message because we do all these different exercises. And there's some you like and some you don't like. She doesn't like the fast feet exercises that I do because it's a real challenge. But she said she went into her garage the other day, stepped and slipped on the step. Her fast feet went so fast that she didn't fall. She goes, she now loves the fast feet, even though she doesn't like it. So there's an example. Pat's an incredible, incredible lady, and a direct example of you naturally, even if you're in full health, you can still slip on a step and fall. She saved herself because of the 60 Up. So you can go to 60up.com and get all the information there as well that you'd need. If you're not one of the winners today, we still have, special deals that come up as well.
Okay, wait, Beth is here. Yes, 2 for 2. I'm so happy you hung in there. Yes, that is so awesome. Dan, we not only gave away 2 of these fantastic devices today.
Hang on, Gabby. Stop. People are still here, right? There's people still in the chat. I want you to pull one more board, because if two people think that now it's over, let's give that hope, because I'm a huge believer, not in hope, but in belief, right? I don't like hope, because that's what. So let's give belief to somebody else that they can get. Let's go a third board today. Here we go. Let's go. Countdown.
Gosh, Dan, you are so generous. I'm telling you guys, this is like a once in a lifetime history show. It is so generous of Sway TV to host this and to be here for you guys. I mean,
and I told you, I didn't build this to sell. I built this to help people. And so we have a business, but I love helping people. So let's give one more away. Let's make it great. One more.
Amazon live today on Sway TV. Thank you, the Ab Lab. Thank you, 60 Up. Thank you, Dan Metcalf. This has been an amazing day. I don't want it to end. Okay, tell me when. Do the drum roll.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Sticky tabs. Stacy Zanny, her mother wants it too. So I hope Stacy's here. Please be here, Stacy. Let's see.
Let's go, Stacy. I want to see that big happy smile come up on that chat screen. Come on, Stacy. I know you're there.
We're waiting a minute. So
can I tell you another story real quick while we're waiting?
Yes. Please do.
I have there's some incredible stories. People with multiple sclerosis, people with Parkinson's that are back living life fully without AIDS, people that have walking canes or walk on the walkers and no longer use them. But I have a gentleman that's over 100 years old. I've got video that I'm going to be putting up on the 60 Up website. Over 100 years old, hasn't walked in years, and you see his progression from sitting in a chair, because we have chair workouts, Kathy, as you know, where you learn how to use the board. If you're scared, if you're in a wheelchair, you can get up out of the wheelchair, and actually we train you how to get back to walking again at your own pace, or the best you can possibly do if you've got obviously some physical ailments. But this guy's 100, he's now 102. He gets up, you see him rocking, you see him walking on the board. It's the most incredible. And a guy that was 90 has sent us a message recently. We put him in our newsletter. He said he hadn't walked in 4 years. He now just walked to his favorite restaurant without a walker, without a walking stick. He's back living. His exact words were, not only is this added quality to my life, this has added years to my life. What greater gift can you give to the human race? Because every single person is so special. You're unique. Be everything you were born to be.
So, okay, so I'm listening for my cue. Are we running out of time on Stacy? Got to pick another one. Sorry, Stacy. We'll be back, and you'll have another chance to win. Let's see if somebody's lucky today.
Stacy, reach out to me if you get this later. Dan Metcalf _official. Say you're Stacy from Sway TV. Reach out to me.
All right, here we go, Dan. Let's get somebody that's in the room. Don't go away, you
Come on.
guys. We're on our third one for the day. Do you know these are $250 valued items, and they're worth $1 million to your life? So here we go. All right, what do we got? We got Matt Pellegrin, the guy that grinned. Are you in there, Matt Pellegrin?
Come on, Matt.
Let's see. Matt, let's give him a little time here. Let's see if Matt's in the room still. I hope Matt didn't go away. Come on, Matt, be here. I'm going to tell you a little story while I'm waiting for Matt. I hope I have time for this.
Yeah.
So, you know, I have my degree in kinesiology. I went back to school. We're going to give you a minute, and then I'm picking another one, and here's my story. Went back to school to get my master's in kinesiology, and I did my thesis on senior fitness having to do with osteoarthritis and osteoporosis. So my sweet spot is senior fitness, which is why I love the 60 Up board. Well, you know, my parents one day, I go down to their house and they told me they bought this product. And I'm like, you bought a product without asking your daughter who's worked for Reebok, who works in senior fitness, who helps design programming for fitness projects and programs. They didn't mention it to me. Oh yeah, Bob Eubanks. We saw him on TV, and he was, and you know, my father is 96 and my mother's 91. They live on their own. They're healthy, but they are in their 90s. And they were just so impressed watching Bob talk about how he regained his balance. They went ahead and bought it without even asking me. So that's how I got introduced to the 60 Up. Okay, we're picking another one because Matt snoozed. All right, here we go. Snooze, you lose. Sorry, Matt. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Sticky tab. Be here. Be here.
This is big. This is big. Come on.
Alina Vartani. Alina Vartani. Alina, I hope you're here.
Come on, Alina. Step in the chat. Come on.
Come on, Alina. Be here for us. You need a 60 Up board, and I know that you are going to love us and love Sway TV for it. All right, here we go. Come on, Alina. So anyways, my parents had the board before I ever met Dan. And I don't know if you remember, Dan, when I met you at Fit Expo, I told you this story. And I was like, yep, daughter in fitness. And they found it before me.
I know. And you were like, I can't believe I show up.
Come on.
Alina's there? Fantastic. That's great. Welcome to the family, Alina. But all of you are welcome to the family. Yeah, all of you. Oh, Alina hasn't shown up yet?
She's going. She's coming, I think. Yeah, up.
Come on, Alina. Come on.
Up, Sammy says. Come on, Alina.
Come on.
Dan's excited.
Yeah, I remember. Look, everybody that's on watching, come and join us on Facebook. You don't have to have a board to see it, but when you see what's happening, you're going to understand what the board is all about, because it's not just a wobble board or a balance board. Alina's here.
She's in the room.
Yes.
Yay.
Welcome, Alina.
All right, we did it. We gave 3, not 1, but 3 boards away, thanks to Sway TV, thanks to Dan Metcalf, thanks to 60 Up, thanks to Kathy Stevens and the Ab Lab.
Ab Lab.
And Amazon Live, of course. Yes, Ab Lab.
And let's not forget, thanks to Kathy Stevens. Let's not forget, without Kathy, we wouldn't be having this segment. Kathy's amazing. And for any of you that want to find out more about Kathy or get to train with her, come to our private classes that we have, our private group on Facebook. You get to have Kathy for free every Wednesday, and it's on health and wellness. Health and wellness.
Okay, now before we go though, Dan, we got to get on our boards because we need to sway away. So here we go.
Thank you, Sway TV.
And then together, we're going to say 1, 2, 3, let's sway. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, let's sway.
Let's sway. Thank you, Sway TV. So happy to be a part of this program. You guys are awesome.